Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Well, Q101 Holy Week has begun, dubbed by a listener. I don't want any kind of people coming at me for being blasphemous, calling it Holy Week, with Oasis, My Chemical Romance tonight, tomorrow the Lumineers, and 2 System of a Down shows, which, by the way, in just about 15 minutes in Clash with Kenzie, we will get you in the pit for System of a Down if you beat her in trivia. But let's relive a little bit of last night, starting off this historic week at Soldier Field. Oasis Morning Glory in Chicago, live at Soldier Field. Just listen to this. So many great moments and goosebump-inducing of just 60,000 Chicagoans going nuts. And, getting the honor of Liam addressing the crowd, what it's like to be back in America. He said this on stage last night at Soldier Field.
Seriously, man, it's mega to be back in America. I know you think we don't like you, but we love you.
Love ya!
I've always loved you.
I was with a buddy of mine who flew in from England for this show. And, English person. And he was like, I'm really glad Liam said that because I think people think that he hates America. And, well, at times you would have thought that.
Yes, yeah.
But, boy, he was very, in a way, Liam's way of being cocky and arrogant but lovey-dovey. It's the best combination. He wins over Chicago like that, being yourself, but also then embracing us. And it was phenomenal. What was funny, and Kenzie, we talked about the Poznan dance this week.
Right. How'd it go?
Well, I put 50,000 people in a group chat saying when they play cigarettes and alcohol, everybody's got to do it. But I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to warn people because Liam addressed the crowd, and he challenged the Chicago crowd to do the Poznan dance before cigarettes and alcohol. And here's how he described the situation, and then we'll tell you how it went after you hear the audio.
I was walking down the road this morning about 6:06, bumping into this chick called Kurt. She goes, good luck tonight, man, getting them Chicagoans doing the Poznan. Why is that then? She goes, nah, you think they're too cool, like that, don't be like told what to do and stuff. So we're going to prove them wrong, then, or what? I mean, you don't have to do it, I give a you know what I mean? But if you're up for it, turn around. Not being bossy or anything.
Kenzie, what you're only hearing here but not seeing here
Right.
is 50,000 people doing the Poznan dance in Chicago and showing America or the world what's up. I did not expect him to direct everybody clearly like it was an aerobics class or something.
So, to translate briefly, because I understand that not everybody speaks Liam Gallagher, and that might have been impossible to decipher what he said. But
I was going to say a translation would be nice because that Manchester accent is tough.
The Mancunian accent, not always the easiest on the ears.
Yeah,
but what he said was, he took a walk that morning, he ran into somebody. They
said a chick in Chicago.
A chick. Like a cool chick.
Some broad. Yeah.
ran into a chick who said, good luck getting Chicago to do the Poznan. They don't like being told what to do. And Liam was like, all right, challenge accepted. If you want to do this, go ahead. If you don't want to, hey, not going to hurt my feelings. And all at once, the entire stadium turned around. They went absolutely feral for the first verse of Cigarettes and Alcohol. And it was fun for me because the person I went with, I told her ahead of time, I go, hey, I know you're up on your Oasis, you're a big fan, but I don't know if you've seen these videos of what happens during Cigarettes and Alcohol. And I explained what happens, which is that everybody turns around, put arms over the shoulders, we're all together bouncing to Cigarettes and Alcohol. And she was like, oh, God, not exactly main character energy, a bit of a wallflower, I would say. She's like, oh, God, I don't know if I can do that. Not only did everyone on the floor do it, but as we're leaving the show, she goes, that's top 5 coolest thing I've ever experienced. That specific moment right there to Cigarettes and Alcohol, that was incredible. That made my night. It was just so special to be on the floor for all that.
No disrespect to Canada, who was here, but they were there before here.
But go off, King. Disrespect them.
We destroyed Canada.
We destroyed Canada. And if you read the Oasis Reddit this morning, it's every post is about how much
Do
better
you do that every morning?
It's essentially my New York Times.
He's been doing that for 16 years, waiting for the reunion, reading Oasis Reddit in the morning. And he finally, the long con worked out.
Kenzie, I wake up every morning with a cigarette in my hand, a black coffee in the other, and I'm scrolling through Oasis Reddit. And every post this morning is about how Chicago, the crowd, kicked Toronto's ass.
Well, I will tell you,
good.
yeah, and I wanted to lead this charge and show the world that we're the best here in Chicago. So I followed his instructions, turned around, and not everybody wanted to turn around right away, but then, we are turning around. Okay,
Yes.
we don't face the band when we do this. In case you don't know what this Poznan dance is, it's a soccer thing. And then, then when it starts and bouncing, I instantly became, okay, let's freaking go. I'm 6'4" and 1/4. I might be the tallest guy on the floor, and I'm going to lead this thing. And I got going. I bumped into Megan. My wife almost knocked her over, and I'm sitting here going. And then I realized I'm the only one left. And I go, we can stop now? And I was, what? Water? I need some water over here. I'm flashing my cell phone flashlight. Help!
Megan's holding up the X.
The
She's
X?
like, I need a registered medic here fast.
I'm like, Gatorade! I need an IV! I mean, we weren't even to the guitar solo. I wasn't even there. But thank God everybody stopped because I thought we were going to do it the whole song. And it took me a good time to recover. I think I have a calf injury. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to play for the Bears week 1. We'll see.
That's tough.
But it was an incredible moment, and I'm glad Chicago showed the world what's up. That's what I'm really happy about. And as we move forward, I'm going to tell a story what happened during this song. Final piece of audio is when they did Don't Look Back in Anger. This was, I think, right before the encore.
So this was during the encore. So
During the encore, first song back, yeah.
Four-song encore. They go, Master Plan, Don't Look Back in Anger, Wonderwall, Champagne Supernova. I'll say it. Pretty good run of song.
Oh, and fireworks, too. Don't forget about the damn fireworks.
How could I forget about the damn fireworks?
That's right, man. I feel about people singing along at concerts. I want to hear the guys I paid for to do it, but there's certain songs that it's okay for. The entire encore was okay for this. With this into Wonderwall, into Champagne Supernova with the fireworks, but something happened to me during that song that's never happened to me at a concert. So right before that song, and Kenzie were on the floor, and people are shuffling around, but at one point, you can't move, and you're with the people around you that you're with for the entire show. It became quite packed. This is why I feel pretty good today, because I couldn't drink enough alcohol last night that I wanted to, because I couldn't get to the bar to go do it, because I couldn't get out of my zone.
That's good for you.
It's either a win-lose or a lose-win. I can't tell what happened.
But it's not a win-win, is it?
It's not a win-win, because I feel good, but I wanted to drink more at the show.
Okay.
But if I drank more at the show, I'd be a wreck today.
That's
so it's
true.
either a win-lose, depending on who we are, or a lose-win.
I see.
So during this show, a Jelly Roll-looking guy gets in front of me and Megan out of nowhere with his girlfriend.
That sounds like a crazy way to describe somebody. A Jelly Roll looking guy.
But you know what he looks like now, don't you?
I do.
And he gets there, and his girlfriend's kind of a little overserved. I guess I'm not sure the word to use. But anyway, starts blocking us a little bit. Megan is tall, but he started blocking a little bit, and she was a little bit, okay, I'm not going to move over here to try to see a little better. And so Don't Look Back in Anger starts, and I start filming, Kenzie. I'll put that video up in a little bit. I film because I like to see it. I'm filming. And I feel something on my foot, and I was like, because I'm looking high. I want the high angle. I got long arms. I'm trying to make sure my video, I'm as a filmographer to make sure it's okay, a cinematographer. I feel something on my foot, and I thought it was the Jelly Roll guy stepping on my foot, but I said, I'm going to power through this. I'm going to get through it for the video for the Q101 fans that I will post on our socials. I'm going to get through it. It hurt, but I powered through and got filming. And then I'm done with the song, and I look down. His girlfriend's laying on my feet.
Laying?
She passed out.
Oh.
Now, I didn't see her because I was filming, and I'm kind of tall, and I just looked down, and all of a sudden there's a dead woman on my feet.
Not a dead woman? Oh, my God.
Well, that's what she looked like.
Did you have to tap the guy? Were you like, yo, your girl?
Brian kept filming.
I kept filming because I didn't notice. I was too into the song. But then she kind of starts getting up, and he realizes, oh, my God, Jelly Roll went down and helped his girlfriend up. And then she's like woozy, and he goes, "Are you okay?" And he kind of picked her up, carried her, and walked off and got out of there somehow.
Is this in the video?
No, because I filmed the song. I didn't go down to film the girl. I didn't know she was almost dead by me.
But once you realized and he was trying to pick her up and stuff like that, how'd you not get that on video?
Well, I'm a gentleman. I stopped filming. I tried to help. I tried to render aid.
What'd you do? It sounds like he did all the work.
Well, he certainly didn't help. Now, the problem was right when they walked away, my wife said, well, that's what happened when you vape 20 hits in 1 minute. They were vaping right. I smelled the vape, but she clearly just took 20 hits of the vape pen. I don't know. Listen, I don't do vape.
Damn, girls getting strays from your wife. She almost died.
Yeah. Megan did not like the vape smoke in her face. Hates that crap. I do
Maybe
too.
Megan kicked her or something. She fell.
Enough. Isn't 20 hits enough? It's a lesson for the vapors out there. Just be careful. Because she passed out and she woke up, but I mean, I don't know where she is today. Like this morning. I mean,
I hope she's still with us.
I'm sure she's fine.
Yeah. But she was on my feet. That never happened to me at a concert before.
I can't believe nobody noticed, and you went with 8 people, and nobody noticed there was a girl laying on you?
Well, it's a good song.
Including her boyfriend.
It's her boyfriend's job. It's not my job. Plus, I'm filming the good song. I'm looking up. I'm not looking at my feet.
I know, but something was laying on you, and you didn't look down.
I thought it was Jelly Roll. I thought it was Jelly Roll's feet stepping on me because he was
That's
nuts.
crazy.
That was nuts. That's never happened to me before. So that's my story.
That you didn't help somebody in need. Got it.
Hey, she shouldn't have done 20 vape hits right by me.
And she shouldn't have passed out during such a good song.
That damn, both. Thank you.
Yes, exactly.
Lose for her. Well, also part of the encore was Wonderwall, and the audio, it just did goosebump-inducing when Oasis sang this last night in Soldier Field. We'll do more recaps as we go along. Get the sports here, what happened with our teams. Ugh, not so good. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. It is 8 o'clock. It's Friday, and that means it's time for Case's movie review.
For Christ's sake, tomorrow's the 4th of July, and we will be open for business.
What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what?
Utah. Give me 2.
Do you enjoy pain?
Pain don't hurt.
Wax on, right hand. Wax off, left hand.
Now fry like bacon, you little freshman piggies. Fry, fry!
Playing football in West Canaan may have been the opportunity of your lifetime, but I don't want your life.
Well, Juan checked in from Waukegan and said he was the one that recommended Wall Street about 6 months ago, as we got in a lot of more conversations about greed and what's going on in the world. And there's been a lot of moments we could have done the movie, but we didn't. So Juan, Waukegan, today is your movie. And Wall Street, released December 11th, 1987, with a budget of $16.5 million. The box office was $43.8 million. Probably a pretty good take in the 80s. The film has a 79% rating on Rotten Tomatoes based on 61 reviews with an average rating of 6.9 out of 10. And before we get forward with this, let's lay out Case's September lineup of movies that's starting next week. September 5th. Are these all anniversaries? Is that kind of why they're all laying out in September?
These are all either anniversaries or, in the case of Spinal Tap, we're doing it in correlation with the release of the Spinal Tap sequel.
Yes. So you got Almost Famous next week. September 12th, Spinal Tap. September 19th, the one that was the first movie probably recommended when we started this thing, Goodfellas. He's never seen Goodfellas. And Empire Records, September 26th. That is a murderer's row of epic movies in my lifetime, and I believe yours too. So Almost Famous next week, and I'm looking forward to. I think Spinal Tap 2, the trailer looks hilarious. A lot of times, like the 2s don't look so great when it's been waited a while. So there you go. That's where we're at. We're going to start off like we always do with the trailer for the movie Wall Street, which is how this movie was being advertised back in 1987.
From the director of Platoon, Wall Street.
What makes you tick, bud?
Money is the sex of the 80s.
Now you do good. You get perks. Lots and lots of perks.
Just the beginning, pal.
Every dream has a price.
He's using you, kid, but you're too blind to see it.
You went after Gecko with the same vengeance you went after me. Look in the mirror.
I'm looking, and I sure don't like what I see.
Wall Street, rated R. Starts Friday, December 11th at theaters everywhere.
Very quick cuts for an 87 trailer.
It really was fast. I'm not even sure if I know what it's about based on that.
Well, the movie's called Wall Street.
Yep.
Also, it's not really a comedic movie, but that trailer had you cracking up.
Yeah, because I know this movie so well because I've watched it probably 50 times. I recite the lines to Case all the time in the hallways.
This is true.
Greed is good. Greed is right. And I just felt like, the 80s, how editing and cinematography came quicker cuts. I felt like that was ahead of its time, that trailer, to be very quick cut.
I'm all about it, baby. Good trailer.
How about looking in the mirror? I looked in the mirror. I don't like what I see. So I love this movie, but tell me what you think of the movie Wall Street Case, now seeing it at 26 years old. It came out way before you were born.
It did. And, like Brian said, the reason that we're doing this week, it's not a hard anniversary by any means, but we've just been talking about so many things like Volkswagen having a subscription service to make your car go faster, and all of the merging of the streaming services, Dingus and Bingus and Disney Plus and Hulu and all these things. And it feels like, as a consumer and as somebody that is existing in what is left of middle-class America, it's becoming harder and harder to keep your head above water. And so we recommended this one, and it's a sobering watch because everybody in this movie is completely evil, and I don't like the lifestyle that they're living at all. And that was my big takeaway from this, is I've never had any desire whatsoever to be a stock market big shot. I don't watch this movie and go, that Charlie Sheen guy is cool, or that Gordon Gekko guy, I want to be like him. It's a movie where I feel like everybody is cartoonishly evil. But that being said, good script, good movie.
Oh, excellent. Oliver Stone knows what he's doing. So you never want to be rich and just have an easy lifestyle.
No, I detest I know.
Wait, hold on. Before you answer, Kenzie, did you ever want to be rich and have a nice lifestyle?
That's all I want.
That's it. That's all.
The only thing.
So would you betray rules and regulations of the SEC to do that with insider trading?
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that. I probably would have already done it if I knew how.
There's probably, YouTube University on how to do insider trading. You could probably pull it off this weekend. You got a long weekend.
And Kiss, I don't mean to bring up another movie while you're reviewing a movie, but just an interesting question is, did you ever see Wolf of Wall Street?
I know clips of it, but I've never seen it all the way through.
Okay, because obviously another good one, but I was curious if you felt like they were also evil. I was wondering if you had the same energy or not.
Every clip I've seen from that movie hasn't made me go like, oh, these guys seem cool. I want to be just like them. Because, and look, I'm not anybody that owns a home. I don't want to come for your home. I don't want anything you have. I just wish that, there was that not every, that 1% of the country had trillions and trillions of dollars. I just think it's wrong.
Well,
especially the part I'm not in.
Right, Kenzie.
That's my main problem with it.
You're right on that, Kenzie.
My biggest issue with billionaires is I'm not one. And I think that that's wrong.
That is not my biggest issue with billionaires.
I morally think that that's wrong.
You don't care how much they're not giving to charity. You just want to be one.
I think that it doesn't make any sense that I'm not one of them. That's where I belong.
I think the same. I've
never had any desire to have that level of wealth. I wouldn't know what to do with it. What am I going to do? Buy a record store? That sounds awful.
I have so many ideas, Case. Just get the money. I'll show you what to do.
Well, let's listen to the audio from the scene where Charlie Sheen, not to jump ahead of the story here, but, what's the Gordon Gekko? What's his actor's name?
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas finally turns on Charlie Sheen. Who could have seen that coming? A cartoonishly evil man backstabs somebody, and Charlie Sheen was blindsided by it. But Charlie Sheen asked the question that I've heard Brian reference a million times, which is, how many yachts can you water ski behind? And we have that clip, and this, to me, is just everything that's wrong with the world right now.
And I think it's right.
These people lose their jobs. They got nowhere to go. My father has worked there for 24 years. I gave him my word.
It's all about bucks, kid. The rest is conversation. Hey, buddy, you're still gonna be president, all right? And when the time comes, you're gonna parachute out a rich man. With the money you're gonna make, your dad's never gonna have to work another day in his life.
So tell me, Gordon, when does it all end, huh? How many yachts can you water ski behind? How much is enough?
It's not a question of enough, pal. It's a zero-sum game. Somebody wins, somebody loses.
I have to stop the clip right there.
Okay.
This is one of the greatest explanations of how the world works right there at all. Because Charlie Sheen wanted to be the billionaire and rich, and then he realizes all morals are out the window, and even though his dad worked for that plane company forever, and he's going to be rich and could pay for his dad, that's not what he wants. His dad wanted to work at the plane company.
Proud union man, loves his job. Gordon Gekko said, hey, hold that thought, Chief.
Also, Charlie Sheen's dad in real life, that was Martin Sheen playing that part.
We'll get to that in just a second. I have more to say on that.
But when he says, how many yachts can you water ski behind, when's enough, He doesn't even care. It's not about that. It's about winning. Somebody wins, somebody loses. You got to win the deal, and that's what Mark.
I would have been like, well, we're gonna find out. I don't know. Not at the end. Let's see how many how many yachts can I get to? I don't know.
If he asked the question, how many yachts, Kenzie, can you water ski beside? She would say 7. 7 yachts
Probably
sounds good.
a lot. I don't know. Summer's around the corner, so.
Should I keep playing the clip?
Well, just,
I don't want to interrupt your flow here.
Play the clip.
Let's hear.
Money itself isn't lost or made. It's simply transferred from one perception to another.
What a bunch of gobbledygook.
Magic.
That's true, though.
It's awful.
Sadly.
And you know me. I'm a competitive, crazy person. I watched Rocky 3 a month ago. What did I learn? The worst thing that can happen to a fighter is to become a civilian. I'm an insane person. I'm competitive. I love beating other radio stations, which we do regularly. It makes me feel great. Makes me sleep pretty easy at night.
Go off, King.
But when it comes to wealth, I don't know. Maybe just one yacht. Maybe you just own one home. Maybe everybody gets one home.
Kenzie, is one yacht enough?
What are you, a peasant?
Thank you.
I don't want to be embarrassed with one yacht.
I love how he says this is good for everybody out there that's struggling. Money's not real. It's just transfer.
Okay, but
what if your yacht is getting worked on? Then you just don't have a yacht available?
Yeah, exactly. Then you just don't have a yacht for the weekend.
You're not thinking.
That line about money being transferred is so gross because that's something only a rich guy can say.
That's right. It's disgusting. And it's what we're all living through right now.
It's sexy.
Magic. How much is enough, Gordon? The richest 1% of this country owns half our country's wealth, $5 trillion.
And it's worse now, by the way.
That's the thing. This movie came out in 1987. He says the richest 1% owns, what, 500?
Half.
Yeah, half of this country. In 1988, we should have been like, well, that has to change. Surely we can't allow this anymore.
Instead, it's about 98%, the 1%
awesome.
own.
Great.
1/3 of that comes from hard work. 2/3 comes from an inheritance, interest on interest accumulating to widows and idiot sons. And what I do, stock and real estate speculation.
I love that line. Interest upon idiot sons. He's talking about Nepo babies. It's just got inherited money. Idiot sons that are millionaires. Oh, it's so good. And sadly, I mean, like they're all, like you said, they're all evil. But
most people don't. I don't think most people watch that movie that way. I think most people hear what Gordon Gekko's saying, like Kenzie, and they see dollar signs in their eyes, and they can go, "I can take and take and take, and I can have multiple yachts." And hey, cool. I've never had any desire to have that lifestyle.
Kenzie.
Boo.
Now, the other thing you mentioned real quick before I get to my rating is that Charlie Sheen is in this movie, and Martin Sheen, his father's in this movie, and they play a father and son together. And I was reading a lot about how, as they were acting together, they were working through some real-life things, and they have this very dramatic confrontation in the elevator, not to get into the nitty-gritty of the story and the way that the union was being passed around and all these things that we don't have time to get into, but we do have 25 seconds of these two arguing in an elevator, and it feels so much more like father and son yelling at each other rather than actor A and actor B.
He's using you, kid, but you're too blind to see it.
No. What I see is a jealous old machinist who can't stand the fact that his son's become more successful than he has.
What you see is a guy who never measured a man's success by the size of his wallet.
That's because you never had the guts to go out into the world and stake your own claim.
Boy, if that's the way you feel, I must have done a really lousy job as a father.
Oh, my God, is that so real?
Judge a man by the size of his wallet.
Well, let's do that again. Well, he says that, too, because that's...
It's like Pacino and Heat. He's putting emphasis on the weird words.
He's using you, kid, but you're too blind to see it.
No. What I see is a jealous old machinist who can't stand the fact that his son's become more successful than he has.
That line right there, talking to your dad like that.
I think your dad would have smacked you in the face had you said that.
I wouldn't have got the yelling wallet line.
You got a baseball bat.
What you see is a guy who never measured a man's success by the size of his wallet.
Now Charlie Sheen comes back. That should have killed him.
Yeah.
That should have killed Charlie Sheen, but instead he has this in his holster.
That's because you never had the guts to go out into the world and stake your own claim.
Oh.
Boy, if that's the way you feel, I must have done a really lousy job as a father.
Oh. Wow.
Oliver Stone heard that reading and went, yeah, do that. Go ahead, Kenzie.
He totally forgot the word father. Because what did I do? I raised you?
There's a little delay on that line.
Yeah,
lousy job as a father.
Whatever you did. Oh my God, I think this is an excellent movie in so many ways.
I think it's a very good movie. It falls off a cliff in the middle of it when they're doing a lot of interior design with Daryl Hannah. I didn't need her as an art collector. That didn't really speak to me in this movie.
You always hate the sidebar in really good movies with the romance part of it.
Okay, were you invested in Daryl Hannah buying art? Because it didn't really do anything for me.
But see, what it showed was Charlie Sheen, who was, middle class blue collar guy, got up there and got the rich girl, and tried to be that with the rich girl buying art.
Yeah, she was terrible in this movie. I liked the hooker though; she was really fun when they're in the limo together and they just started.
Who doesn't love the hooker?
Hey, sister, that's what I've always said. So all in all, look, I think I've got to deduct a few points for the pure evilness of this movie because I think a lot of people watch Wall Street and they go, that could be me. I could have half of this country's wealth. That sounds awesome. I could have 7 yachts, and that doesn't really do anything for me. But as a movie, as something to get lost in, as something to maybe learn from, God forbid, Wall Street, a very good movie. A 7 corrupt businessmen out of 10.
I thought you were going to say Blue Star Airlines jetliners.
I don't want to get into the whole union thing.
There you go.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. What are you taking away from today's show with Brian and Kenzie on Q101? As a matter of fact, it's Friday, so takeaways can come from the entire week.
Takeaways! It's Friday.
Kenzie loves the takeaways.
Woo, we made it.
312-591-8300. Text in your takeaway. So something that was memorable on today's show or the whole week, you hit us up right now at 312-591-8300. Weekend Q101, we know what we have. Oasis last night, My Chemical Romance tonight, the Lumineers tomorrow, and then Sunday, a System of a Down, and Monday, a System of a Down. So the huge shows. But, Case, you got something you want to talk about here real quick?
Well, I want to mention that Brian Phillips, History of Alternatives own, will be at the Sports Corner in Wrigleyville today from 3 to 7 as a part of Happy Friday Club with Q101 and Heineken Silver. He will have tickets every hour for System of a Down at Soldier Field.
Yes.
As well as Mountain Joy, Wolf Alice, Sleep Token, and Garbage.
I love Sleep Token.
I know
didn't know we had
you
Sleep
do.
Token tickets going on.
Yeah, no, well, Brian Phillips has them. You don't. So you can go to the Sports Corner, though, in Wrigleyville from 3 to 7, where Brian Phillips will be live broadcasting today, and maybe we'll let you enter to win. But that is going to be awesome. If you don't know where that is, go to Wrigley Field. It's right next to it. It's pretty easy to find. And that is the Sports Corner in Wrigleyville, 3 to 7 with Brian Phillips today.
Beautiful day to wander around Wrigleyville, too.
And have a nice Heineken Silver.
I want to give one more plug out for our boys, the Double Features, our house band that does our intro song, our great friends. They are playing a show tonight. Now, in the middle of all these monster shows at Soldier Field, you're like, I'm not going to those. This is when you should go to them. Acorn Concert Series at Gabus Auditorium at Purdue Northwest. Double Features performing live. It's Purdue Northwest, 450 West 100 North Valpo, Indiana. Gates open at 6. Music starts at 7. And there's Mike and Joe playing as well. So, pretty good night there. Go check out our boys at Double Features. Follow them on Instagram. They have all their music up there. And check them out. There's one more. Kenzie, isn't there one more thing we haven't addressed today in the final?
What I want to talk about, and we haven't gotten into it, because every time
dangerous thought here coming up.
This is what I would talk about. This is my thing. And Case will not address me off air about it. I brought it up, and he's like, well, wait, we'll get to it. And we haven't gotten to it. So this is what we're going to do right now. The pants last night, I was like, you looked good in your jeans. Case goes, they weren't jeans. They were chinos. I thought you just bought black jeans, which you can do. So what the hell happened? You're supposed to wear jeans last night.
You bought jeans specifically for the Oasis show, and you weren't wearing them.
But I thought you bought black jeans. I thought you looked nice in them. But you wore chinos again?
Again.
That was demeaning.
You're an outfit repeater, Lizzie McGuire.
It's been a few years since Q101 has been embroiled in a scandal in the way that I have become with PantsGate.
Oh, boy.
Which is a situation that's been breaking over the last 12 hours or so. I talked on the show yesterday about how earlier this week I went out and bought a pair of jeans for the first time since the Obama administration because I'm a Volcom Chinos guy. It's the pant that I like. It's the pant I feel comfortable in. But as I try to trend more towards being normal and coming across like a normal human, I thought, what do normal humans wear? Oh, jeans. I should probably get me a pair of one of those. I went light wash denim, and I was like, all right, I think these are going to be my going out pants. I think I'm going to wear these pants to Oasis. As I'm getting ready to leave the apartment yesterday, I've got my favorite Morrissey shirt on. I have many, but I had my favorite one on. And I put on the dungarees, the denim, the Levi Strauss jeans. And suddenly, I became all too aware of the shape that my hips make, the length of my legs, whether the shoes could be worn with jeans or not. I was wearing Adidas Sambas. I didn't know if they looked okay with the jeans. Full-blown panic, full-blown sweat. Had to go back to the comfort level of the Vulcan Chino because I knew that was a good look. And thank you to everybody who said I looked handsome on my Instagram, on my Facebook. Greatly appreciated. I am sorry to the Q101 community from the bottom of my heart that I let everybody down and did not wear denim jeans to the Oasis show last night.
Not a sincere apology.
Not a sincere apology. I feel like I'm going to start crying.
You're very angry in your apology.
I'm not angry. I am not angry.
Oh, well, obviously.
Apologies should be empathetic.
What was that?
You made me feel uncomfortable in your apology.
I feel uncomfortable every second of my existence.
Well, that's a you problem.
We don't have time for that.
Yeah. Well,
Let's
he felt
get to the real stuff I care about.
So what you're saying is you felt uncomfortable in the jeans as your presentation as a fraud, possibly,
So
or
you
something.
didn't like the way your ass looked in them?
It wasn't my ass. It wasn't my ass. It was my I felt my hips were just
your muffin top.
No, not even. It was the
What? I'm trying to the hand gestures you're making.
Don't talk about my muffin top like that.
Well, you're talking about it. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about.
Just the curvature, the way that my hips jut out. I had never really noticed them like that before.
But that's what you want hips to do. Because I'll tell you what, women are insecure about. They're insecure about hip dips. That's when your hips go in.
Okay,
You don't want that. You have birthing hips. It's
I
very
have
good.
a wide birthing canal is basically what I discovered last night. And I felt like if I was at Oasis in those jeans, 60,000 people were going to be like, look at those dudes' hips. What? He thinks he can pull off those jeans? Is he out of his mind? He should have worn chinos to this show.
Do you picture
Wow.
your ass in these jeans so I can see?
What about my ass?
Can I see a picture of like you in these jeans? So
I don't have that. I mean, I'm sure
You
I can.
should have texted me and said, "Do these make my hips look weird?" Because I would tell you.
But I'm afraid the answer would be yes.
But you took them off anyways.
Problem solved. I just don't have to
But there
address
may
my
never
fears.
have been a problem. Wait, okay, you have a redeemable opportunity tonight, though, because it's My Chemical Romance tonight.
It's My Chemical Romance tonight, but if there was ever an appropriate time to wear black Vulcan chinos like
but
I
you
was
already
last
wore
night.
it last night. You can't wear it again. Don't embarrass me. Don't wear it again.
But I only have black and olive chinos. I was going to go black for my Chem. Wear a black t-shirt, call it a day.
Wear jeans tonight.
But I don't see that happening.
I feel like you could make it happen, though. I don't think it's like set in stone.
No, but I feel like I'm pretty committed to maybe even the
Are you going
olive.
to wash the jeans you wore last night all sweaty, walking your ass to and from Soldier Field? Or are you going to just wear the same ones?
I guess I was going to wear the same ones, but I hadn't really thought
Ew.
about my ass sweat.
Ew.
Never has hips been talked about on this show so much before. It's a monumental day here on the show. And I don't understand. I'm going with Kenzie on this, that women are worried about the hips that go in, yours go out. Doesn't that show like good quads? Like you could squat a lot?
Well,
your
no,
hips?
like you look, that's like good. That's like a football player. Wouldn't it be built like a
Yeah, you got that
tiny little twig?
You got that power bottom.
Oh, is that what that is?
That's what that
Ew. That's what you should write on the back of your jeans. Power bottom.
So if you're at My Chem tonight, look for the power bottom case and say hi. Say hi. Maybe pass out a phone number.
I like your hips.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.